Hello everyone, I'm Ankita Pokharel. In today's reading session, we're going to read two topics and they are Dinner with Father and Alexander Graham Bell. Let's begin the class now.
Dinner with Father. A son took his old father to a restaurant for evening dinner. The father was very old and weak. While eating, he dropped food down his shirt and trousers. Other people watched him in disgust, but his son was calm. After having dinner, his son quietly took him to the washroom. He wiped away the food particles and removed the stains. He combed his hair and fitted his spectacles firmly. When they came out, the entire restaurant watched them in complete silence. No one dared to speak. The son paid the bill and started walking out with his father. At that time, an old man called out to the son. He asked him, "Don't you think you left something behind?" The son replied, "No, sir, I didn't." The old man told him, "Yes, you have. You left a lesson for every son and hope for every father." The restaurant went silent. Let's go to answer these questions. Where did the son and his father have their dinner? So the answer is, they had the dinner at a restaurant. Did the father knowingly drop the food down his front? Why? No, the father didn't knowingly drop the food. Since he was very old and weak, he lacked the physical control to avoid dropping the food. Why did the son take his father to the washroom? The son took his father to the washroom to clean away the food particles and remove the stain from his clothes. Why do you think everyone was silent in the restaurant? Everyone was silent in the restaurant because they were moved by the patience and kindness towards his father. So I'm beginning with because. You write down the previous part, okay? What lesson did you learn from this story? I learned that all of the kids need to take care and support their loved ones, especially in their old age. So now we need to put the events of the story in order. These events are jumbled up and down. We need to read them out and put the events in order. Let's do it. Let's read each of the sentences first. The son helped his father clean the clothes. The old man told the son that he had given a lesson for every son. The father dropped some food down his clothes. A son and his father went to a restaurant. Another old man called the son. So what could be the first event that had happened in the story? It's number D. Let's mark it 1 here. Number 2 is this sentence. Number 3. Here, the son helped his father clean the clothes is number 3. Now number 4 is another old man called the son. And finally number 5 is the old man told the son that he had given a lesson for every son. So here again we have a story all jumbled up in sentences. We need to put the numbers 1 to 12 along the boxes. So kids, we have another assignment for us. Here we are going to do it together. We need to write 1 to 12 in the boxes to put the given sentences in order to make a story. So when put in order, all of the sentences is going to make sense and it's going to be a good story to read. Okay, let's first read all the sentences. A. There was a stream on the way. B. A good deal of salt was washed away and the donkey felt light. C. One day he loaded his donkey with salt and took his way to the town. D. A villager had a donkey. E. The donkey played the same trick and the load became lighter. F. On the third day he loaded the donkey with a bale of cotton. G. The donkey took it as a good trick. H. The cotton became heavier. I. While crossing the stream, the donkey fell down. J. Next day, the villager again loaded the donkey with salt. K. The master came to know its trick. L. The donkey tried the same trick. Now here, We have gone through the sentences. Now we need to mark 1 to 12 to make it a good story. So let's begin writing the story. A villager had a donkey. Next, one day he loaded his donkey with salt and took his way to town. Next, there was a stream on the way. Now, while crossing the stream, the donkey fell down. A good deal of salt was washed away and the donkey felt light. Number 5. Next, the donkey took it as a good trick. Number 6. Now, next day, the villager again loaded the donkey with salt. Number 7. The donkey played the same trick and the load became lighter. Number 8. The master came to know its trick. Number 9. On the third day, he loaded the donkey with a bale of cotton. Number 10. Number 11 is the donkey tried the same trick. 11. And number 12 is the cotton load became heavier. 12. So here we have marked numbers 1 to 12 against each of the sentences to complete a story. Let's move to the second part of the reading, and it's all about telephones. Let's read it. Do you know that there are more telephones, landlines and mobile phones combined in the world than people? There are more than 6 billion mobile phones in the world. It is hard to imagine the world without telephones. Thanks to Alexander Graham Bell, who invented it in 1876 AD. Alexander Graham Bell was born in Scotland. As a young boy, he was very interested in music, poetry, and art. When he was 12, he began to invent things. At the age of 12, his mother began to lose her hearing and later became completely deaf. This event greatly affected Alexander Graham Bell. Therefore, he became very interested in the study of sound and the human voice. In 1870, at the age of 23, he moved to Canada with his parents, where they bought a farm. He built a small workshop and continued his experiments with sound there. In 1871, he moved to Boston in the United States to teach hearing impaired students. One of his students was Helen Keller, who was unable to see, hear, and speak. Since 1873, he began to teach less and focused his energy on experiments with sound. On March 10, 1876, while working on his invention, Mr. Bell spoke the first words ever on the telephone. "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Now, all on your own, you have to answer the given questions. Go back to the passage, read about Alexander Graham Bell, and try doing the questions. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, feel free to reach out to us at learning@tiawalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.